Three-time Russian figure skating champion Adelia Petrosyan has not yet chosen a new coach and will not rush into making a decision. RIA Novosti reported this, citing a source familiar with the situation. The skater is tentatively considering several options but will not rush into a decision. Her immediate priority is to fully heal her hip injury. After that, she will be able to fully return to training. In July, 19-year-old Petrosyan announced her departure from Adelia Petrosyan's group. Russian figure skater Nikita Sarnovsky suffered a leg injury, forcing him to take a break from training. According to Sport Express, Sarnovsky has been absent from the rink for over a week. According to a source close to the situation, the athlete has a stress fracture in his leg. This spring, 18-year-old Sarnovsky transferred from Evgeny Plushenko's academy to Adelia Petrosyan's team. He is the 2026 Russian jumping champion, the winner of the 2025 Russian Senior Championship, and the silver medalist of the Russian-Chinese Youth Games. Russian figure skater Lubov Rubtsova demonstrated how she landed 6 somersaults in a row on the ice. Her coach, Evgeny Plushenko, responded, "What is our Lyubanya Rubtsova doing on the ice and in the gym? Stop it, I'm going to go out. 6 somersaults in a row. So, what's up with Ilya Malinin's content?" Rubtsova is 17 years old. Last season, she placed 9th at the Russian Grand Prix in Kazan. In December, Rubtsova became the first Russian figure skater to land a somersault in a competitive program. Channel 1 aired Elena Kostyleva's dress for her new short program, Bolero. The figure skater will perform her program in a red dress with nude inserts and rhinestones. The closed junior test skates are underway in Novogorsk. Channel 1's report shows Kostyleva performing a triple axel triple toe loop combination, then a butterfly jump on a triple lutz. Kostyleva has been entered for the Junior Grand Prix in Xi'an, China, which will be held from August 20th to 22nd. How did figure skater Elena Kostyleva rate her short program performance at the test skates? I know that for many athletes, test skates are sometimes even more nerve-wracking than competitions. Tell me, how were you today? What was your attitude like when you entered the short program? I entered the short program with my usual attitude, as I do at all competitions. I wasn't nervous at all. I was happy to participate here. It's a great honor after all. This is qualifying for the international competition we've been waiting for so long, so I'm really happy to be competing here. Have you missed performing this off-season? Yes, I really have, and I was eager to show off my new programs. The costumes are beautiful. Are you happy with how your program turned out today? After all, Bolero is a mature, serious image. I'm happy with the program, with how it turned out. It was a solid performance, and we nailed the axel. We were a bit short, but I'm still really happy it turned out this way today. Last year, you didn't have the axel in your short program during the performances. You added it during the season. Does that mean your competition preparation is going a little faster now than last year? Well, I just understand that I need to work hard now because there's a good chance of making it onto the international stage. I've been working more on Ultra C elements now, and I had more time to prepare. Last year I got sick before the test skates. You've already had a review of your program with both your coach and the federation. Can you tell us a few secrets, what they said, how they evaluated the program, what I need to work on? I need to work on my spins. I understand that my spins are where I'm lacking. I'm working on my programs, trying to shorten my entries. My axle entry has already become shorter. We'll shorten the entries even more, add more steps, and I'll work on my spins, Kostyleva said in an interview with Anna Sherbakova on Channel 1. Figure skater Sofia Dyegtaryova has announced the music for her programs for the 2026-27 season. In her short program, the athlete will skate to music from the ballet Raymonda. The free skate is based on the film The Matrix. This was reported in a Channel 1 report. 16-year-old Dzepka is the winner of the Russian-Chinese Youth Games, a medalist at the Russian Junior Championships, and the winner of the Russian Junior Grand Prix final. Figure skater Arseni Fedotov spoke about adapting to Alexei Mishin's group. Fedotov previously trained with Adelia Petrosyan's group. He left the group in early June. You've had so many new experiences this off-season. A new city, a new coaching staff, new choreographers, new programs. Can you share how it all went? Have you gotten used to it all, or are you still adjusting? I'm still adjusting. First, training camp, then St. Petersburg, so I'm still adjusting. But everything is going well. Everything is going according to plan. What other key changes have you noticed? A different approach to training, perhaps. There's a little less time on the ice. 2 practices are an hour each, while previously they were an hour and a half, so I have to train harder to keep up. What are your expectations for this season? There's so much new stuff. You could reach the senior ranks and even compete in international competitions. What are you looking forward to most? Stability, Fedotov said in an interview with Anna Sherbakova. The departure of 2-time Russian junior champion Arseni Fedotov wasn't easy for Tutbrids. I guess any departure is difficult, especially since Arseni skated with us for about 10 years. We took a little boy and saw some interesting potential in him, even though he wasn't quite the right age for the rest of the group. We've been skating him since he was like this, gestures his small stature, and we've managed to develop an athlete who has strengths in all areas. This is very important, because when adults come, he jumps, but he doesn't skate, he doesn't spin. And you can't spin, you can't skate either. You can try to hide it with some programs, images, but hide it. Arseni skates beautifully, he feels the music, he's well-rounded, he moves well, he has good spins, centering, and he has jumps. Of course, to raise such an athlete, we raised him. It's a loss for us. It's a painful story for us. Well, what can we do? An athlete comes and says that. Well, unfortunately, he didn't come himself. Mission called me, haha. I came to practice, and Alexei Nikolaevich called. I thought he was calling about one thing, but it turns out he was telling me that Arseni has been asking to see him for several weeks, talking to him, and that he's hiring him. I called Arseni over and said, Arseni, maybe you really needed to hear this from you. He says, I wanted to come to an agreement first. It's the same story for everyone. First, secure a place there, and then gently leave. No one wants to leave with risk. Although, it seems like such an athlete, at such a level, there's no risk. Any coach would take him. For me, this athlete was probably our #1 junior right now. Despite the fact that Lev Lazarev was beating him, I had questions about both the components and the judging. It's pointless asking our judges, or the international ones, these questions. We're simply used to proving our strength through international competitions, and now it's become more difficult for us, because skating, programs, and skating skills aren't judged. Well, they've never been judged at domestic competitions. That makes it more difficult, of course. Before this, Daniil Samsonov also complained to us, why am I second to last in components? And I also called the federation and asked, why? He skates well, he spins well. Why? What will the federation do? Atata to the judges, I don't care at all what components they use, because you can't compare different competitions. They always use different levels of components, whether they're high or low. I'm talking about athletes. For me, it was like this. If Arseni goes out last year and skates cleanly, for example, in the short program, then the components must be high and he should win first place. For me, that's true, because there was no stronger boy in terms of program and components. We're talking about juniors, and you don't need to convince me, otherwise I won't agree. I explained to the federation, look, you're being lax with the judging. What does this lead to? The athlete sees their components, they're ranked here, they're not ranked there. They don't support me. It's their life, their one and only athletic life. Some thoughts start to swirl, someone starts discussing, talking. This is bad, because ultimately, the athlete decides to leave us. I tell the federation this too. It seems like a trivial matter, but ultimately, the athlete decides to change something in their life because they see that they're being treated incorrectly. I can call the federation and say I disagree, but I never tell an athlete I disagree. I always tell them, skate consistently, from competition to competition. You'll still make history, we'll prove it. Now, because there are no international competitions, things have become more difficult for us. We always qualified for the Russian championships from the Grand Prix final. We qualified from there. And Elena Kostyleva lost to Konstantinova at our national competition, even though she'd already won the entire junior season. Well, that's always been the case. There's no point in arguing. You have to accept it. Athletes just can't accept it. Maybe they can't wait. They had to wait anyway. But he's not just that. Have you read about Nina Pinzerone? Her coach had been training her since she was 4, and she simply said, yes, thank you. I need a change of scenery, because I had no desire to go to training at all and be in the same atmosphere, the same conditions every day. I was burned out and depressed. So she decided to go to America and train with a new coach. And we heard, more or less, about burnout from Arseni, too. He has no complaints about our work, he just needs a change of scenery. But I once heard from Sasha Trusova that she needed a change of scenery. She was honest. She came and said, "I need a change of scenery." But I'll say I had a different opinion back then. It was the year of the coronavirus. When we were shut down, we didn't skate for 3 or 4 months. It was terrifying. It seemed like you could forget how to skate in that time. But Sasha couldn't live without the ice. She had to practice those jumps every day. She felt like if she lost it, that would be it. Maybe she doesn't have that anymore, because she realized she'd regained her Lutz. And so she needed to keep training. And at Plushenko's, she could afford to continue training because it was a private rink, while ours was a state-owned one. Ours was closed, while the private rinks weren't. That's the impression I had back then. Maybe it's just my perception that she absolutely had to keep training. I always tend to justify athletes or try to side with them. How would I feel, and what would I think? Take Arseni. Yes, of course, he's been with us for 10 years. The system is the same. He knows everything. We're tired of him. We're tired of him. But what about don't break what works? For that, you need to be older, have a mature mind. He's still a teenager, after all, a period when you want to change something. He wanted to leave his parents. He was tired of living at home. I wouldn't call him a rebel. He just wanted a change of scenery. Imagine, we led. If they let us compete internationally now, then naturally, we would go junior with him. I think he would do well. Or go senior. He's right for age. But there's no athlete. And it's not like waiting 10 years.